You got it. Reality radio done right. No nonsense, real and raw, just like you like it.
He's corrupt, he's inexperienced, and he lies.
Broadcasting from a broom closet in the Arizona Lotus Studios, it's Beef Vegan Presents.
Hit me with that double shot. Yo, welcome back to the show. It's Beef Vegan Presents live on Rock 102.1 KFMA, streaming worldwide at KFMA.com on this Thursday, July 21st. And did you just give me a meh? Powers?
That guy.
Don't be that guy.
That wake-up guy.
I know. You know, I speaking of wake, I need to hit you with one more because I know I get sense that you're having trouble waking up today. You'll get there.
It's a pep in my step.
Right. But don't be my curmudgeon. Don't let that inner Scrooge come out today. We got a great show lined up today. Tickets for Incubus, of course, on the line. We're going to have in-studio guests hanging out with us. It's going to be a party. And I'll give away Trivium tickets this hour. I got a lot of stuff going on. And so much content, I don't even know. I don't know if I'll get to a third of it. Honestly, a lot of topics to cover.
Okay.
You know,
right.
Yeah. As I was going through the prep, I actually noticed this yesterday. I'll mention it today because YouTube is a weird place, man. You know, we stream the broadcast or the podcast broadcasts live on, of course, our social media, but youtube.com/beefvegan. That's where you can see all the shows on demand, all on the Beef Vegan Presents channel, right? So if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. And it's really weird what will kind of catch on the internet and get people's attention, because I'm not great at posting YouTuber videos when it comes to what you have to do to kind of spread that wide net, you know, talk about hashtags and marking it up and labeling it and putting all the different little tags to just try to attract the larger audience. I don't do that well. And self-admitted, it's something I'm working on. But, you know, sometimes when I got a lot of stuff going on, I'll do a simple like introduction to the video saying, hey, who's on the show? And we're covering today's top headlines and viral videos. And then we broadcast on Rock 102.1 KFMA. It's like a 2-sentence description on most of our podcast broadcasts. Again, when it's a super busy day. Yeah. I should be more on top of that, but I'm not. But the other day we did a podcast broadcast and we talked about this woman who bought her boyfriend a lifelike sex doll, right? And, you know, we did a segment about it and we showed a picture and we laughed about it, had some comments shared on the Facebook page because we posted the picture and asked for people's hot takes on this situation, and we got them and we had a lot of fun with the story. But I did not tag it. I did not say, hey, you know, I didn't clickbait the title, you know, talking about the story itself. It was just one story of many conversational stories that we had in the hour-long podcast.
Yeah, in the whole hour. Yeah,
in the whole hour. And it wasn't at the very beginning. And it wasn't at the very end. It was like sandwiched in there. Difficult to find, you would think. But, I mean, some people have some really weird Google alerts because I did get a comment on that podcast broadcast outside of our normal KFMA listeners, I assume, because the comment was from a YouTube user called Daltron69.
Oh, Daltron69.
Oh, you know him?
No,
You
but
fan?
he sounds like an expert.
Oh, yes, absolutely. In fact, actually, he did drop this wisdom on me based off the story that we shared about the woman buying a sex doll for her boyfriend because her boyfriend's libido was too much to keep up with. It turns out there are a couple that are on OnlyFans as well, and she has a fantastic butt. Bonus points for that. And sometimes they include videos with the doll, and they make a bunch of money. In fact, they claim that 1 month they made $84,000.
That's crazy.
Only,
this is the doppelbanger, right? This is
the doppelbanger, yes.
Yeah, the one that looks like the girl, which is hilarious.
Yeah, and somewhat. But this Daltron69 was quick to point out, yeah, I mean, it's strictly a coincidence that it looks like the girl. This is what Daltron69 said. That doll is not custom. It's just off the shelf. as in it's a doll anyone can buy. Custom costs a fortune because you have to pay for the factory to make a mold that they'll likely not use again. And that means 3D imaging, clay modeling, and then engineering a mold to pour the hot plastic into. There are better doll options out there, but I get the feeling he was not allowed to buy anything too hot or different from his real girlfriend because she'd get jealous.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Oh, thanks, nerd perv.
Thanks, nerd perv.
Jesus.
I love that he's also like, and also I've got to be misogynistic toward women about it.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh, and she's probably also still a B.
Yeah.
For like what?
These ladies, they get jealous about you banging inanimate objects like this when they're too hot. I know I kept eyeballing a toaster in my house. My girlfriend threw it out, but it was sleek. It looked like one of those retro toasters. And I'm like, ooh, I got a thing for you. 1960s toaster. I want to put things in you and not toast. So yeah, and it's just a very odd random comment, and I don't even mind it because maybe it will boost the algorithm, so to speak. I don't understand it, but yeah, maybe a couple more people will check out the podcast broadcast for the very first time thanks to Daltron69's insight. But at the same time, what?
He's telling all the people on his Reddit message boards about it. Oh, there's a show and they really talk about doll stuff. Oh, really? We're gonna get that demographic. It'll be real good.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, then I shouldn't bag on them because I'll take any demographic I can get right now. So,
right. In fact, our next story, the 20-minute deep dive into the
what is the best sex doll for you, and how do you customize it on a low budget? Coming up next on Beef Vegan Presents.
So funny.
It is nuts. So yeah, I just got a kick out of that. I wanted to share that with you. We have a lot of show to go. Morning coming up next. I got a funny story involving my girlfriend because she's a preschool teacher.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes kids say the darndest things, right?
Yeah.
I might as well just say this now. This is hilarious. So she was teaching her class, which is a bunch of like 3-year-old girls, mind you.
Yes.
Right. Teaching them about planets, right? Planets like Uranus and Neptune, and it talked about all the gases on those planets.
Mm-hmm.
And one of her students said to her mom later on in the afternoon, a fun fact that she learned from school today. When her mom's like, "Hey, what did you learn at school today?" And she's like, "Well, I learned you can't stand on Neptune because it's full of gas. Just like Uranus." And she didn't even mean to do it as a joke, or maybe she did, and she's brilliant. She is a really smart kid, but that went right over my girlfriend's head too. And I'm like, no, you don't get it. That's a hilarious joke.
Yeah. Classic.
It is, right? So teach them young. That's what I say. All right, we got your morning moron coming up after Asking Alexandria, but first, and continuing in the memory of the late, great Chester Bennington. Here's Linkin Park with Bada, 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 bada. Yo, what's going on? We're live on the podcast broadcast. This is Victor Garcia, everybody. Say hello to Victor in the comments below as he's hanging out. We've known Victor for a while. He's a hustler. He's got like 100 gigs. He's a comedian, actor, promo guy, a traffic reporter. What other responsibilities do you have just in this building alone, Victor?
Well, in this building alone, I'm just a guy that has to look out for people coming in and out sometimes.
Yeah. Sometimes just running that front door like security. On the Spanish station, on the English station. Yeah, it's all over the place, so there isn't anything that Victor can't do. So I'm like, Victor, come on, be a part of the show and let's hang out. And he has a comedy show coming up on the 29th of July at Tucson Improv Movement. So the next time you get to see Victor live doing some stand-up, it's at TM on the 29th. I was just thinking, I know that you just asked us off air if we're at that blue chew age, which is Viagra, right? And I just thought of like a great creative marketing strategy because Blue Chew, I had an opportunity to have Blue Chew as an endorsement. I passed on it a little while back.
Yeah.
I know, so
Yeah.
stupid.
Look,
Yeah, that's extra money. That Blue Chew money. Mac ended up taking it, right?
Yeah.
And then just trying to vouch. I have a buddy, and he instead of just owning up to it. I was single at the time. I didn't want to be like, hey, look at me, broke a dick, beef vegan here.
Limp dick.
Yeah. But we just had a phone call from, was it Paul?
Yeah,
Paul just called because we asked that would you rather scenario. Would you rather, do the house chores or have the house chores be done and only have sex once a week, or do the house chores and have sex every day? And Paul's like, I've been married a long time, man. I just want to drink. Right. And so my marketing angle, and I hope the executives at Blue Chew hear this, because I want that Blue Chew money now. Because let me just do a quick mock endorsement. All right. All right. Hey guys, it's Beef Vegan on behalf of Blue Chew. Have you been married for a while and love your wife, but not really attracted to her? Try Blue Chew. You'll be hard for days. And that way, you don't have to worry about the same mundane pussy. You're going to be able to slay it no matter what.
No matter what.
You can think of whoever you want to, but at the same time, physically, it won't matter. You will be hard as a rock, sharp like a diamond. Just with Blue Chew. So again, you love your wife. You don't want to leave her. She's the mother of your kids. But the foreplay is not there, and she just kind of lays there. So you can't necessarily mentally get in the mood and physically be ready. But with Blue Chew, no matter what, she could be napping. No, actually, I'll take that back. Retract the napping. But you get the gist, right? That's the angle that I would pitch to married men on Blue Chew. It's not necessarily like, hey, it's not that you need it when you're in the mood. Well, let's say you want to have sex with the wife and you've been married to her for like 20 years and you already had sex with her a million times. Sometimes you need that added inspiration. Blue Chew.
There we go.
Is that not a good selling point?
Well, maybe, what they might come out with? They
What?
probably should, as the future just unravels in front of our eyes. They just legalize marijuana.
Yeah.
What if they do a mix where it's a Blue Chew, but also it gets you high?
Yeah.
And then you just...
So you're high and hard.
It's like an edible. Right. Yeah.
So you got an edible. So then you just... or you got that happening with the magic mushrooms. Then you can just be tripping.
Oh.
And you just imagine you just banging an elephant or something like that.
Yeah, no, you don't.
Weird.
No. You lost me now. We got 10 seconds for the tease.
Okay.
But yeah.
I went too far?
Yeah. I think dick pill edibles, definitely an invention for the future. You'd make $1 million on. So get on that. All right, let's do this. Rock 102.1 KFMA. The podcast broadcast is live. You can join us on the Facebook page or youtube.com/beefvegan. Or if you're on Twitch, Beef Vegan Presents. There you can do all Twitch stuff like retwitching and things like that.
Emotes.
Twitch all over.
Yeah, Twitch all over the place. Coming up on the podcast broadcast next, a nurse is sharing the craziest excuses for her father missing the birth of his child.
Oh.
Yeah, I was almost one of those dads. I'll explain more after Green Day's Good Riddance. It's Rock 102.1 KFA. The podcast broadcast is live. Join in on the conversation because we're keeping it going.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. Clear. When my daughter was born, it was one of those days where, my baby's mom was, of course, obviously pregnant, and I'm working. I'm doing, I'm just busting my ass. And I did a casino night. I worked like 14 hours straight, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was one of those days. It was a hectic day, working from morning all the way until late at night. And then it's like 10, 11 o'clock, or actually, it's around 11 o'clock at night. I'm finally home after working all day, barely getting any sleep the night before, exhausted, ready to pass the fuck out. That's when she goes into labor. I'm like, shit. All right. So get her in the car, go to the hospital. Now, labor, you haven't been through this process yet. It's not like, it is in movies and television where it's like, oh, I'm going to have a baby. My water broke and boom. It's a long process. Some people it takes days, right? My girlfriend was in a situation where it was like almost like a 12-hour labor.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to, she's trying to expect me to stay up. I'm already exhausted and sleeping. So I try to stay up as much as I can, but I just keep passing out, just literally passing out. So, I just barely woke up for the time for my daughter to be born. I was passed out on the couch, and luckily her mom was there at the time. They gave her the epidural, and almost immediately after the epidural, when she got high, she was good to go. And then it was like, if I didn't wake up in time, if I waited 30 more seconds to wake up, I would have missed the birth of my daughter. Because it was like the second push once the epidural. The doctor was shocked how fast the baby flew out. He was like, okay, get ready to put. Oh, Jesus Christ, there's a baby right there. Right. And then they look at me and I'm like, oh, don't look at me. Blame high school that made it so easy for it to just fly right out. That's she was no nun when I met her.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
You're an animal.
The sausage in the hallway situation.
Right. But yeah, so I just made it. It was so close. So I kind of relate to this, and I'll pull up. There's a video here too. Cute
of
nurse.
the birth?
No,
Oh, okay.
no. That's funny. All right, we
That'd
got
be
5
cool, like
seconds.
you
for
were
getting on
sleeping in the
there.
corner.
Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. As we were teasing here before we played Green Day, there was a nurse who gone viral on TikTok here recently. Well, you're hearing that because of the crazy reason she's seen fathers miss the birth of their child, because apparently this happens frequently, quite frequently. And of course, when it comes to men, you can find out that you could assume that these excuses are going to be pretty self-serving,
Yeah.
not like legitimate reasons why you should miss the birth of your child.
I want to assume someone's going to be like, I was doing DoorDash or driving for Uber, and they're like, and I was trying to make it, but I had a lift to do. Like,
Yeah, maybe.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, and I'm sure, I'm definitely sure. This is just the top 5 that she shared, and she shared some good ones. So we'll go ahead. I got the video pulled up on the podcast broadcast stream. Let's hear what she had to say as far as the top 5 reasons she's heard for men to miss the birth of their child.
I'm going to go over crazy reasons why a father missed the birth of his child. These are in no particular order because they are all absurd if you ask me.
Okay.
Number 1, he went to go get food. I had a patient. I thought she was going to go fast, and I told him I had a feeling, but he insisted that he did not like hospital food, and he went to get fast food. Missed the birth of his child.
All right, so the first, he's just hungry.
Yeah.
Now, I'll tell you what, hospital food gets a bad rap. Hospital food's some good stuff.
It's gotten a lot better.
Yeah, and it's cheap. Like, yeah, it makes me want to just kind of go by like TCU or whatever, and
Yeah.
just for lunch, and be like, "Oh, what are you here for? Like, you got any loved ones in there?" No, I'm just here for the enchiladas. They're bomb.
The loved one's right here.
Yeah, but yeah, this guy wanted some Jack in a Box or something, and boom, missed the birth of his child because they wanted some fast food.
Hilarious.
Ridiculous.
Wow.
All right, let's do another one.
Jack's out the box.
Number 2, his phone was on silent. His wife was gracious enough to let him stay home while she labored a little bit, but he wanted to get a good nap in, so he put his phone on silent.
Yeah, that's right. No, that's not me. I was there. I was napping next to her. But yeah, to be like, yeah, you can go home, take a little nap. That's going to take a while. It's probably their second child, right? But at the same time, what a dick move.
Yeah.
The guy's like silent. like,
Whoops.
yeah, might as well just like turn it off. Like, oh, sorry.
Might as
Yeah,
well,
I'll
bro.
wake up when I wake up.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, so that's a jerk move.
Coming at number 3, he went to a fantasy football draft. Yes, he left her during labor, and he said it would be really quick. So he went, missed the birth of his child.
All right, but in this guy's defense, he did have the number 1 pick, and
It's
Yeah.
a 4. I mean, it's a, what are they? That's a 16-game season now, I think.
yeah.
That's a lot on the line.
And you can't let them auto pick your thing.
Heck
So
no.
yeah.
Heck no. You got to get that money right back, bro.
I'm
Yeah,
thinking about
buddy.
that kid's college career.
Yes.
Yeah. So that one's understandable. We'll let that one pass.
Yeah, man.
We got a couple more
Later.
here.
At number 4, he had to feed the cat. It was an
yeah. Just had to feed the cat. Yeah.
outdoor
Yeah.
cat.
Oh, it was an outdoor cat too.
Even more ridiculous.
Is that like your cat?
Yeah.
Dang.
I'm just surprised that a cat dude got laid.
That's
All
what I
right.
was going to say. You don't need
Yo.
that cat anymore. You have a kid now.
All right, and what's the last one?
And at number 5, he left the room to talk to an ex who was in the parking lot. I don't know what the conversation they were having, but we tried to call him. He was not answering.
Bro.
Yeah, we
That's
gotta
insane.
love that. That's some Maury Povich stuff right there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yes.
some dirty stuff right there, bro.
Yeah. Now, I'm going to ask this question to a brave listener out there. I don't know if you're out there, but if you are, if you missed the birth of your child, tell me why. 600 KFMA, that's 600-5362. I doubt I'll get anyone calling, but I need to ask that question. We're going to keep the conversation moving. We got Victor Garcia hanging out with us in studio. We'll be talking about a bunch of stuff on the podcast broadcast. Join us on youtube.com/bevegan because that's where the party's at. Be back after these words. I'm Rock 102.1 KFMA.
I used
Clear.
to date a girl that actually her dad missed her birth because he was watching the Super Bowl because the Broncos were in it.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. You're a lifelong fan, even though the Broncos, they're no stranger to the Super Bowls, and they have a couple rings.
Seriously.
But like, say if you're a Jets fan, and you're your wife's about to give birth, or B, your kid's about to have a birthday. Like, sorry, rain check. I'm never gonna see this again in my lifetime. I have to watch Super Bowl, so that would suck.
The Super Bowl.
All right, Christina said, my son's dad was there both times. The only time he was completely sober. Oof. Sorry about that. Hold on, Christina. I think I have something here for you.
And those
You know, because hearing stories like that, I like to hit this. That's for you, Christina. Thank you.
that's for you and your baby.
All right, let's see. So, fuck the guy with the fantasy football dude. Yeah, that's weirdo. Which I sent you an invite if you want to pop in on the stream, mess around a little bit, weirdo. Let's see.
Weirdo.
No, Ben, you're not the only one. Well, you are the only one watching on Facebook, possibly. You know, the party's always been moving, has been gravitating to the YouTube page. So youtube.com/beefegan. That's where you're going to see most of the comments. And then just the way, because it's smoother and it doesn't like take out any of the audio as much. Like when I play independent bands, I played a music video from Brace Yourself yesterday, and I muted it on Facebook because they're dicks. But yeah, even with Brace Yourself in studio and then being an unsigned band, it's not necessarily all that. Yeah. In fact, actually, I do have a music video I do want to share with you because I do like this band a lot. They're Scattered Melodies. They're from Phoenix. They're friends of mine. They just released a brand new song. And Jesse, who sings in this band, and Scattered Melodies has several vocalists in it. And hold on. Oh, you're already hearing it. It's funky. It's going to be funky.
It's funk.
Yeah, you're going to like this song a lot. But Scattered Melodies always has a couple different vocalists in it, like Ruka and, just a couple. And they're always switching up vocalists. And that's fun. But it's two people mainly. It's Josh and Jake. They're the rhythm section, drum and bass. And with that, they just build like an all-star lineup of, musicians, much like this show. Actually, there's a lot of similarities between Scattered Melodies and this show, based off the video content that they put out and stuff. We inspire each other all the time. So this song, I believe, is led primarily by Jesse, who used to be in a band called Kubi Koo, and I love this guy's voice. And this guy, all in general, he's an awesome dude. You guys would love him as well. So check out this song. It's called "Making Love Is Easy."
Ooh.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's play some music on the
It's easy with
podcast
that
broadcast. Yeah, so it's easy with that Blue Chew for sure. Here's Scattered Melodies right here on the podcast broadcast. Check it out.
This love is madness, and your eyes are magic, and your words are toxic, and I can't stand it, but I can't stand to not be in your presence. It's deep in the physical, our connection is tantric. See, I really hate to be all in this fussing and fighting. I'd rather us be exhausted from so much fucking and fighting. I know I don't always do what you want, and you don't always do what I like it. If our communication is left, then we can never get this right. And I'd rather not end the night with our backs turned. I'd rather long, deep talk, sweet smoke, and wax burns, burning like my desire to make this last. Baby, the stakes are too high to be caught up in the past. Making love is easy, but loving it's too easy. It's work, it hurts, but I ain't let the world say, now stop being
There you go. Josh directing that. Probably shot with some kind of phone or camera or whatever. But yeah, produced by Jake Johnson. Jake and Josh, Scattered Melodies here on the podcast broadcast. Let me know what you think of that in the comments there. And if you like Scattered Melodies, if you dug that song, make sure you follow them on social media. It's good times. All right, let's talk with Weirdo here. Good morning, Weirdo.
Good morning.
Weirdo. You cracked me up with your comment on our Would You Rather question and didn't surprise me at the same time. I'm like, yeah, makes sense.
Answer.
Do you actually, honestly, get it on at least once a day, every single day?
Yes.
Even God rested on Sunday, and they made the world. Allegedly, I don't know. I wasn't there.
There's a go book about it. I don't know.
Well, then who does the chores? You do the chores too?
We all split chores.
Oh,
Remember, they're like a communist society in her household.
Communist?
It's all sharing.
Socialist?
Socialist,
There you go.
whichever one is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what?
So we all do our part.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that is another benefit of being in a poly relationship. You have more people to do chores.
Oh,
Right.
it's just a poly relationship. I see.
Yeah. Weirdo is she's it's two couples in one, so there are foursome.
Oh, that's like the pod.
Yeah.
Okay.
They got a whole crew going on, which is good.
You start a band up of that.
And yeah, you can start a band like that. And let me ask you this, Weirdo. I don't think I ever asked you this. Are you stopping at just an additional couple, or would you add an extra couple? Like, would you go sextuplet? Would you do an 8-some type deal? Like, at what point is the limit in the family?
This is the limit. We are officially closed, is what that
That's
is.
fair.
Like seeking out any other partners, anything like that. So
Right. So even if couples are trying to apply, no need.
No.
We have all positions filled.
I was about to say, like, they're not a baseball team.
Like that positions filled. Yeah.
Gotta pitch it. A whole lineup.
No.
Oh yeah.
Happy. I mean, we literally, so this polycube situation that I'm in is actually like the hardest version of poly to try to do. And it's the most rare as well. So it takes a lot of emotional fortitude and time and energy. So good. This is good.
Yeah, is it though? Because I mean, I definitely seen several. I mean, we've seen the same stories pop up about two couples living together. I know there's two couples in Oregon that do that. There's a poly relationship in San Diego that's similar to this. So like, but it is the most difficult.
Mm-hmm.
Is a trio of couples even common?
Not yet. I'm working on it though. I don't have the stamina for that shit, to be honest with you. I was like, no way.
He just doesn't want to do chores.
I just don't want to do chores. Hold on, I gotta play this call real quick. Rock 1 2.1. Who's this?
This is Aaron.
Aaron, did you miss the birth of your child?
No, I was going to tell you how my dad missed my birth.
Oh, okay. Lay it on me, Aaron.
He remembers.
Yeah.
What I was told when I was a baby, I don't know, was that he was test flying an ultralight and he crashed it and he had a pipe sticking into his helmet when he got to the hospital.
Oh, that's a legitimate
So
reason.
he was alive still.
Yeah, that's a very legitimate reason. So yeah, you're not mad at him, right?
No, of course not.
Yeah. I mean, that's the only excuse. In fact, actually, the next time I miss birth of a future child, which I will, I'm going to use that as an excuse. I'm going to do a makeshift helmet right now with a pipe sticking out of it. Be like, you wouldn't believe the day I had. There.
I just love the visual of that. That is the funniest visual of like a pipe sticking out of a helmet and just, you wouldn't believe the day I had.
Yeah.
Like, that's just the funniest thing on earth.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Well, I'm going to do it. So you think that's funny?
I do.
Wait till I do it.
I do.
All right. Let me hit the reset. Get ready for this next segment. Earlier this morning, we had another edition of Morning Moron. That was hilarious. And it's keeping with the theme in this week. And in case you missed it, it went a little something like this. Rock 1 2.1 KFMA. It's 6:15 and time for your Morning Moron. Let's do it. Now, keeping in a theme from yesterday, it's kind of a running theme. Yesterday, we talked about a guy who robbed a convenience store after buying something in the convenience store and hanging out there for a while.
Yeah.
Then putting on a mask and robbing the place. Now, they're looking for the guy, and it's going to be very simple because they have about 40 minutes of footage of his face. Now, with that theme going, there was a story earlier in the week that I didn't get to share yet that I want to share with you because it's a running theme of people just doing robberies wrong.
Okay.
You know, and I'm not an expert on robberies. I never robbed anyone, you know, but I would assume the best case to do it, the best way to do it, in and out and as stealth as possible, right? You don't want people to know who you are, so you don't want to give them time to get to know you. There's a family of 4 who robbed a Waffle House together. This Texas family has been given a new meaning to the phrase eat and run. What they did was, this is in North Carolina. They went to a Waffle House. I'm sorry, it's a family of 6.
Oh.
Yeah. Now, right off the bat, if you just didn't eat and run with the family of 6, you're getting away with like $100 worth of goods at least.
Yeah, even a Waffle House.
Yeah, and I have done eat and runs. And I'm not proud of it, but it happens. And if this family's broke and they're hungry and that's what you got to do, that's what you got to do. Waffle House will survive. In fact, actually, that'll be the last thing that survives. It's going to be Waffle Houses, cockroaches, and share, right? Post-apocalypse. So don't worry about Waffle House. They'll be fine. But this family of 6 sat down, entered the restaurant, ordered a meal, ate the meal, and when they were done with the meal, instead of asking for the check, one of them whipped out a handgun and demanded all the money in the register.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Like, so the server's like, I'm not going to get a tip. Man, you guys suck. The suspects left in 2 vehicles. They were arrested by the police with assistance of the Cleveland County Sheriff's Office and the U.S. Marshal Service. Apparently, robbing a Waffle House in that area in North Carolina is a serious offense.
Sounds like a felony.
Yeah, super felony. Yeah, that's like the church to them. Our Waffle House, sacred ground. How dare you besmirch the legacy of our Waffle House? So, yeah, the suspects have similar outstanding charges from an incident in Louisiana just a few days before, meaning they have eaten at restaurants and then robbed those restaurants before. I mean, that is a way to kind of case out the joint. You're sitting there. You look unsuspecting. I'm just eating. I'm just a customer like everyone else. Looking around. Does anyone have any guns? No. Any badges? No. Okay. All right. Give me all your money. And I'll take an order of waffles to go.
Yeah. Smothered and covered.
Yeah. So for eating and creating a new definition for eat and run definitely makes you a morning moron. All right, just checking my clock here. I'm like, All right, coming up 9:30. We're on in 7 seconds. I got a couple of stories about sex and criminals. Yeah,
Ooh.
and I got a picture to show you of a guy who can't get a job. Let me start this. I got Weirdo on the podcast broadcast. You know, she's got dreads. She's a little bit modded out. I got some tattoos, but nothing extreme. You still have a job there, Weirdo, right? Yeah.
I mean, I'm here in my salon right now, and I own
There you
it.
go.
So yeah.
Right. You know, there's a guy who started getting tattooed and took it overboard. There's a lot of people like this, right? He has a Twitter page called the Black Alien Project, and where he turned himself into, you guessed it, a black alien.
Oh.
Right. But he is not like a tattoo artist. And here's the thing about people who get fully inked up, head to toe, you know, face tattoos, the whole nine. Like, you better be a tattoo artist or musician that is somewhat successful, something along the lines where you're your own boss.
Yes.
Right. Because if not, then you're relying on other bosses to hire you, and they might not do that for the sake of, you know, maybe not being the right representation visibly.
Yeah, they call them job blockers for a reason.
That resume better be good.
Right. I don't think the black alien has a good resume. Let me show you a picture of this.
Black alien.
Yeah, he's complaining online that he can't find a job.
Interstellar travel? Come on, he's an alien.
Right. Yeah.
Whoa.
I'll tell you what. He'd get a job at Old Tucson pretty quickly.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Yeah, yo.
He's terrifying, right?
Hit us up.
Yes. This is the black alien. He is on Instagram as the Black Alien Project. And he is terrifying to look at. He's body modded. Not only is he tattooed, and essentially just, you know, he's a white guy that turned himself black with all the ink. But, you know, he modded his nose to make it look like an alien. So they chopped that off. He also got implants in his forehead. The top of his head is above his eyebrows. He looks like a legit alien. Like he's terrifying.
Well, he's got to do like what the Jigsaw Man does, the puzzle tattoo guy. You got to travel to the tattoo conventions, the expos, and do the freak show.
Yep.
Yes, that's the only thing left at this point. But again, he is
Like, you
complaining.
can't- Imagine driving up to Dutch Brothers, and this is the guy.
Tonight today.
He's just trying to talk to you. Hey, what do you got going on today? Meanwhile, you're like, "Ah!"
I have to call the Men in Black to pull up in here quick.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, that is
Now, his name is Anthony Lafarito, and he says that he feels good about himself and his black alien transformation, but the negatives include his family and his ability to find a job. He says he has to fight every day because each day you find new people who don't understand and want to judge. So this guy's getting in fist fights because people are like, what'd you do? What? That's offensive to me. I got to kick your ass. Get out of here, Anthony.
you just don't understand me though.
Right. In the
Just an
end,
alien.
yeah, in the end, he says he just wants to be seen as a quote unquote normal person, just like everyone else.
The word
Yeah, no.
Normal person.
Yeah, no, bitch. You gave up on normal person as soon as you lopped off your nose.
Your name
Yeah.
is Black
Right.
Alien, not
I'll
a person.
tell you.
Yeah.
Well, let me say this. That
Okay.
that photo he's got going on right now.
Mhm.
If you just put a pair of sunglasses on, he's a normal guy.
No, he's not.
No.
His
No.
nose looks
Oh
like
wait,
the-
the sunglasses will fall off his non-nose.
Yeah.
Give me a break.
Yeah, we're looking at pictures of the black alien on the podcast broadcast stream if you want to see what he looks like. We're going to keep the conversation going there and be back with more Beef Vegan Presents after these words. Clear. All right.
He's not trying
Yeah.
hard enough.
Even for me, this is his teeth are they blue because he had a Slurpee, or did he like dye his teeth too? Like, what is happening?
Excellent question. He probably did dye his teeth or
Yeah.
their caps. Let me see.
Can't believe he chopped his nose off.
Yeah,
Right,
that.
and
Oh,
his
that's some
ears.
kind of
Where
caps.
are his ears?
Oh yeah, he took his ears off too. He modded those out.
Wow.
Yeah. He can't even be in a relationship because he never listens.
See, that was even the thing I was going to say too. What? He never listens. To
I bet
stuff.
the sexy side of this world, though.
He's
Yeah.
complaining about he can't get a job.
Yeah.
How's the man's sex life?
Oh, he's showing off his alien cock. So yeah. it doesn't-
Hold on.
Oh
His
Look at
my
his
alien
arms.
gosh.
What?
His arms
Oh, look at his
good.
arms.
Oh yeah, his arms.
Yo. what's
Yeah,
up with his
I was
arms?
like, oh, he has arms. Sorry.
Not all aliens
His
have
arms
arms.
look cool with like whatever he's got going on there. That looks cool, but like, I mean, gee, holy shit.
Yeah, his arms are ribbed.
I can't get behind his font use, to be honest. I think that's the most unattractive part.
Yeah.
Font use.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't like whatever language he's texting in.
That's
Imagine-
that's very designer of you, dude.
Yes.
Which I appreciate. Let's see, a couple more black alien photos and videos. He is
Yeah.
definitely he gets laid. You know, this guy gets laid. I
Yeah, by
know.
some freaks.
I know weirdos like I'm out, but a lot of
Yeah,
girls
I'm
are
out.
in.
I'm out.
There's a kink for anything.
I know you got some people in the Derby League that would be like, oh, I'm in, especially after seeing the package too.
I
Which he
love his-
probably has that modded out too. Why stop?
Yeah, why?
No, he
stop?
definitely he's got what's it
Right.
called? Jacob's ladder. What do they
He
call
might
it?
as well go Shang-Chi on it and put 10 rings around that bad boy.
Yeah, the legend.
What? Here, wait.
Yeah.
so
I know
ridiculous.
people personally have had these modifications. I knew a girl named Danny Danger. She was on my show for a while, and she had a cross implanted in her chest.
Yeah.
So it's a big cross. It's a painful procedure. Looks wicked.
Can you find his actual? Go find his actual Instagram. The
This
Black
is
Alien
his
Project.
actual Instagram.
How many followers does he have?
He has a shit ton.
1.2 mil?
Let's see.
What the hell
Then
is
what's-
that?
Then what's he complaining about?
Yeah, 1.2 mil. Yeah,
If he has 1.2
Yeah,
million
he's
followers, he
making
doesn't
money.
need a job.
yeah, it's true.
Yeah,
Like-
yeah.
That means he needs, a sponsorship
Yeah,
from
get
some sort of skin cream, probably.
There
Right.
you go.
Yeah. Well, there's just a couple
Ah.
dicks. 2 dicks.
Oh, wait. Does,
Oh,
an
did he split
apple.
his dick?
does that mean yo?
That might be a possibility. Let me read that. Well, this might be in Spanish.
All right, I'll read it.
Evolution, unicorn. Yeah. He-
Oh, so he's basically asking, is that a titty or an anus?
Oh, okay.
Without is that a titty without a nipple?
Right. Wow. That's good. Yeah, you could be my bilingual translator.
Aquí estamos.
But
He does have his tongue split for sure.
yes,
Definitely.
Okay.
so that's what I mean. Honestly, if
I
they
thought
figured
about that. I thought about doing that, but I've changed my mind since.
that Danny Danger I was referring to, she had her tongue split as well too,
That freaks me
and
out, too.
so we kissed just to see what it feel like, and it was weird. It was she could like pinch her tongue and be like, yeah. I could see the appeal of that though. But yeah, I mean, we're not
Is there,
that
like, a
far away.
before picture of this dude, like way back down on his.
Yeah.
feed? Like,
Yeah.
Like, what is the least?
He's
that he
probably
looks
look boring.
modern?
I bet you he never even posted
His
before.
name's probably just like Neil, and he
No,
works
it's
in
Anthony.
IT.
It's Anthony.
Oh, okay, it's
Yeah,
Anthony.
yeah. Thanks for paying attention.
His name is
But
Tony.
oh no, here he is. There's normal Anthony.
I think it's like a TikTok of before and after too.
Yeah. Oh, there's Anthony. Yeah. So he was a good-looking
Good-looking
guy.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he's like, you know what? Fuck being good-looking. You see, this is he's good-looking and he's hung, and he's just like, yeah, I want to be like freakily looking, and then split my dick in two.
You can have it all. You're still not happy, bro.
Yeah.
Irreversible. Like you can't.
Yes.
Like this is
No.
irreversible. You
doesn't
literally
have
removed your ears and your nose.
Yeah, he doesn't have any regrets.
I think there was a picture. I think he took one of his fingers off too. I think he went 4 fingers.
What?
I could be mistaken, but
For
that's
what
what it looked
reason?
like. To look like an alien. Everything about what he's doing is try to look like an alien.
He has to get
Where
cast
does-
on the
where does
Orville or
Tommy
something.
live?
Mexico. Oh yeah, see? So look at his fucking hands. Look at his hands.
Oh,
Yeah.
No, he took two
Fingers off. He's got 3 fingers only.
that's insane.
Yes.
Like, was he going for that M. Night Shyamalan movie? Like, because I think they had like 3 fingers.
Yeah.
Right? I'm sure he should enter the Pain Olympics. Apparently,
Yeah, this guy, I mean, honestly, likes all the pain.
Who's
There's any
approving
pain.
these surgeries?
Huh?
I said, who's
price of
approving
those
these surgeries?
Oh, it's Mexico, weirdo. You can get anything done.
Anything done,
Yeah,
bro.
come on.
Really?
Come on. Who's
You throw
approving
enough
these
money on the
surgeries?
table. Got it.
Not even. You got discounts. So he lives in Mexico. That's the land of the free.
yeah.
You know, there's
At
this.
this point, he's probably going to the vet.
Yeah, and I'll tell you this: there's this awesome show on HBO Max. Speaking of which, called The Anarchist, and it talks about this anarchy movement and group that would do conferences down in Acapulco, Mexico.
Okay.
The leader of this guy, kind of nerdy, and I actually looked at him. I'm like, did I go to college or high school with this kid? He looks like a kid I knew. His name's Sean, but he's actually Canadian. And he started this. He made some money off the .com boom, and then from that became an anarchist and an alcoholic. But you know, they point out the fact that we're called the land of the free, and in fact, the irony is we're probably one of the least freest countries in the entire world. Mexico, actually, even with all of its problems, which it does have tons, is a way freer country.
Yeah.
In so many aspects, and everyone knows this that goes down to Mexico just in the vacation aspect of it. But this show, The Anarchist, is nuts because things go bad quickly. So you see all these people who are basically renouncing all the restrictions and the BS hypocrisies that the U.S. society enforces on us on a daily basis and say, hey, I want a better life. And that argument is an argument that you could kind of get behind.
Mhm.
But what happens as it unravels, it's murder and drugs and things like that. That's the thing with anarchy, too. You kind of play with fire, you get burnt.
Well, yeah.
But
who do you call for help?
right, yeah. Other anarchists, I guess. It's an odd show, but it's worth checking out. But I only recall this because their main argument is something that you're like, oh, yeah, that Mexico is a lot freer than the United States, the land of the free. In fact, we know that we could just walk into Mexico. Like when we go to Nogi to load up on shit, we just walk in. They don't even wave or nothing. It's like whatever. It's a pain in the ass to get back in.
Yeah.
To the land of the free. So
Yeah.
what side's more freer?
They don't want to take any free shit inside, bro.
Right. Yeah. So it's nuts.
It's
You
not-
just went to Mexico and you went where? What parts of Mexico did you
So
go?
I was raised in Hermosillo, so it's like about 5 hours away from here, and it's like think about it as Mexico's Phoenix in a way.
Okay.
So it's like it's a capital of Sonora, and it's very populated, and it's actually bigger than Tucson.
What's the population? Okay, so yeah, it's bigger than Tucson. What's the population of? And say the city again.
Hermosillo.
Hermosillo. So
Hermosillo, and it's not too far away. It's like the beach, so it's like even hotter than Tucson or Phoenix because it has that humidity aspect to it.
okay, and so it is by the beach. I'm trying to pull up some photos from your Instagram, but man, you got so many headshots, dude. You're a good-looking dude. We
Thank
get
you.
it. Look at Victor's page here. So Victor is a comedian, model, actor extraordinaire, and we knew right when we met him for the guy at the Christmas party. I'm like, who's this fucking model-looking fuck winning all the
Oh,
prizes
goodness gracious,
with his
you
super
pulled it
hot
up.
Oh,
girlfriend?
yeah. Look at those.
Oh,
pictures.
wow.
Ooh.
Yeah, look at that. Look
Look
at
at
that.
that blue
And these are
I
sky.
got
multiples too.
beautiful curls. You got
Thank
gorgeous hair,
you.
love.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Oh, you trying to be a fivesome?
All
All right,
Yeah.
so
No,
Take
I'm
your
a
applications.
hairstylist. I'm a hairstylist. I'm respecting the curl
Appreciate
pattern.
that.
Yeah,
Appreciate
that makes sense too. Do you have pictures of your vacation on here, or was that just stories that I saw?
I mean, it was just stories, but I think if you scroll down a little lower, I have just one picture. It
Okay.
was just like me in Bahia de Quino, which is there. There it is. Just
Oh, this is so this is your vacation shots here?
yeah, vacation shot
Okay.
there. We're out in.
So this is
Mexico's
where?
beautiful.
Oh my God! No, Mexico is like some of the most beautiful beach. I just shared that Anthony Bourdain quote from his book talking about Mexico because politically speaking, this is why he went on this tangent of it was during a lot of the anti-Mexico, which is still a big talking point in politics, right? Keep them out and all this fucking shit. Mexico is our biggest ally and always has been. Everyone in the restaurant industry knows this. And anyone in the Sonoran area, growing up in Arizona, knowing the Mexican culture and the people, you couldn't ask for better people and culture. There's obviously, cartels. That's not good. But you take that out. Everything else about it is rich. And Anthony Bourdain makes a beautiful argument. And as far as why are we treating like the neighbors to the south like they are the enemy when literally we go down there and we're on our worst behavior and they still show us love. And when talk about the cartels and making the billions of dollars, we're the ones buying those fucking drugs. I mean, the whole thing about it is hypocrisy. And Anthony Bourdain puts it better than I do, obviously. But he mentioned in there, my point of this is some of the most beautiful beaches in the world.
Yeah, man. And Mexico has it all, bro. It has forests, beaches. It even had
Jungles.
a glacier, dude.
Yeah.
We had a glacier, but it just melted over time.
Yeah.
But it has a lot of things that, like, my dad always tells me, if you want to travel, don't go like outside the continent. Mexico has it all.
It does. It even has snow. It has mountains with snow.
Yeah, you
Wow.
can actually
People
go
don't-
skiing
Uh-huh.
on a volcano that is not active.
Yeah. I only found that out a few years ago. There's a lot of stuff. I wish younger me was more respectful and really getting more knowledge about the culture as just appreciating the party aspect of it.
And there's so many virgin beaches too, where you go and there's nobody there.
Yeah.
It's just desert beach.
That's nice.
Completely.
That way you don't get hit up by vendors. Sorry.
Straight up. No, that's true though.
Yeah.
They are
They're
relentless.
hustling,
Yeah, man.
but it's good. You just say a nice no thank you and they move on. So where's this at?
This is Bahia de Quino.
Okay.
It's like Quino Bay, they call it.
Quino Bay. How many hours south of Rocky Point? Because essentially that's going to be my stage that I want to know.
That's your pinpoint. So like Rocky Point away, that would be like, I don't know, about an hour and a half, 2 hours, if anything. Like,
okay.
At the most, probably 2 hours if you just, trying to see some sights on the way there.
Right. Yeah.
But straight down it will be an hour. And it's a heck of a lot of fun, man. There's a lot of beaches there. We also have a port, San Carlos, where you can rent a yacht.
Yeah.
And you could go out into the ocean with some friends and just, do your thing.
Let me ask you this, Victor, because obviously, you're Hispanic, so you look Hispanic and you speak fluent Spanish. So if you were to get pulled over by federales or cartel, you'd be like, I am a local.
Let me tell you something, bro.
Okay.
I was out in Cancun.
Okay.
When me and my girlfriend were about to go snorkeling in Cozumel, this beautiful island that is close to Cuba and South America.
Right.
So we were out there, and I have curly hair. I have like an afro going on, and I speak Portuguese as well. And I'm speaking Portuguese with these people that were there. They were like from Brazil. The cops see me. I don't have the typical Latino features.
Right.
I look Arabic. I look half black. I look anything but Mexican in that position.
Yeah.
I have
to a Mexican, and Mexican people could be the most racist people against non-Mexicans.
Straight up.
Other
man.
Latinos, there's non-Mexicans. They're super nice to white people, but if you are like fucking Cuban or you're South American, they're like, fuck that guy.
Yeah, bro. And they see me and they take me off the van. And the thing is, I drove to Mexico and then I flew from there. So there was no record of my visa being like, on the record. So they just saw, you know what? Let's just take this dude. And I was locked up in a Mexican prison, an immigration prison for about a week.
Ooh,
yeah.
Jesus.
And they asked me like, yo, papi, where you from? I'm like, I'm Mexican. I'm like, yo. And they pulled out like a couple other Mexican dudes that were in there too. There's a dude from Michoacan, all of them. But it's just like, they just look different.
Yeah.
If you were like fair haired or blonde looking in Mexico, they'll leave you alone.
Yeah.
But I mean, they saw me and they found out maybe this guy has money and they kept me there for a week. My dad had to bust me out, like pay 17,000 pesos to get me out.
Wow.
Yeah. It was fun though. Cause I got to, people thought I was getting tortured in there. Cause sometimes the Marine, they come in and they actually do stuff.
Yeah.
But at the night we used to get like cups and forks and stuff they used to give us made out of plastic and make music at night, bro.
Oh,
just
nice.
like fucking playing samba music and we had women on the other side of the prison that were listening to the music and just yelling, play this one next. I'm like, you're just going at it all night long. I had a blast with those people, man.
Nice. Well, what about the bathroom situation? Was the bathroom situation just a hole in the ground?
Not a hole in the ground. It was a toilet in the room.
Yeah, that's Joe.
So it was just Joe. But the mosquitoes were huge. There was no clock. The food was horrible.
No shower.
But shower, but the water is limited.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was something, but made me tougher in some way.
We'll tell you. Well, do you feel safe driving around the Sonoran State?
Oh heck yeah, all the time, dude. Like I said, there was like a lot of virgin beaches. I went to this beach called Himalaya.
Okay.
And it was out of this world. I couldn't believe that I was driving into this place that there was nobody at.
Yeah.
And I didn't have any fears in the world. I camped out overnight there.
That's awesome.
I felt great, but it's like if you look for trouble, you'll find it. Same as anywhere.
Yeah.
But it's Mexico. Mexico is Mexico.
Right.
But it's there.
Hold on, we're getting on the air here real quick. Rock 102.1 KFMA. We're catching up with Victor Garcia, who's an actor comedian here on the show. We got Weirdo on the stream. And, Victor was born in the Sonoran State of Mexico and lives in near Arizona. And he's just giving us some insight of the culture there, driving around and some of the beautiful virgin beaches. But with that aside, since I got Weirdo on the stream and Victor, this is your first time on the show, on this show, I like to play games, right? So it's a virgin appearance on the show. Let's play around to the last word. We'll do Weirdo versus Victor. And Victor, if you beat Weirdo in one round, you can move on to the boss level, which is powers.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
So the way the last word works, I'll give you a category. You both are going to give answers back and forth without repeating each other. Whoever gives the last acceptable answer in before the 30 seconds runs out wins the round.
Can you get an example?
Well, I'll give you an example of this, category. You got to get ready.
All
Yeah,
right.
multiple answers for everything. So here we go. 30 seconds on the clock. I'll have a Weirdo start it off. Okay, you ready, Weirdo?
Yep.
All right, here we go. Name something a porn star must do before shooting a scene and go.
Take a shower.
Take a shower. All right, Victor.
Get lubed up.
Okay, lubed up.
Stretch.
Stretch for sure.
Get a pump in.
Yep. Okay. So fluff.
I don't know. Paint their toenails.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Look at the script.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. This line is
make sure
"Oh, Daddy." Okay, keep going.
Make sure they get paid.
Okay.
Talk to their scene mates.
Ooh, I don't know.
I'm gonna give it to Victor.
Yeah?
Yeah, because I was ad-libbing to his thing. I know. I'm sorry. I'm bringing you down, Weirdo. You lost that round. You disappointed us all. Stay backstage here for a minute. Now it's Powers and Victor. You're on the boss level, Victor. If you beat Powers, you're the man. And of course, you got open door policy. All right. But if he beats you, you're never coming back on the show. Oh yeah. Stipulations.
And there's an expensive fine.
Yeah.
Oh wow, I didn't know about that part.
No, okay. I'm just messing around. Here we go. Victor, you start off this round. 30 seconds on the clock. Name a reason man might choose to get with a chubby woman and go.
She has a great personality.
Great personality.
More cushion for that pushing.
Yep, push for the pushing.
Great cook. Great cook, my bad.
Oh, cook. Okay, yeah. I was like, do I need to hit the dump? All right.
That's so hilarious.
Okay, funny. Yep.
Great skin.
Oh, great skin. Yeah.
Beautiful face.
Beautiful face. Okay.
Known her for a long time.
Okay. Yeah.
Style.
Oh, she got style.
She's always been there for me.
Okay. Yeah.
Famous.
Oh, yeah.
I was gonna say she's Melissa McCarthy.
Yeah.
Rich.
Okay. Oh,
Oh,
unfortunately, you
got
did not
me.
beat the boss level, but you did pretty good. 1-1. That's Victor Garcia. He's an actor comedian. You can see him performing live at the Tucson Improv Movement on July 29th. We're going to keep the conversation moving on the podcast broadcast and wrap things up with your beef tip right after this. Claire, you calling shenanigans on that there, weirdo?
I mean, that's just
Yes.
mean stuff that we said. Yes,
Yeah.
I know. We were body shaming.
Oh, who's saying body shaming?
because
That's a
he
chubby-
said I
chubby
lost when I didn't.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah,
She's
yeah,
just
yeah.
mad.
No, and we weren't body
Oh,
shaming.
you're-
We're
I
body
don't
appreciating.
I
Okay,
guess so.
whatever.
Yeah, when we talked about this, right, where we're like, hey, yeah, these are all great reasons to do it. I think there could be some guys out there, right, some younger guys, because with maturity you get to appreciate all shapes and sizes.
Yes.
But younger guys can be hung up on the shortest of shortcomings, right?
Yeah.
So I'm sure we got some 20-year-old driving in a car right now, being like, you know what? Yeah, she has always been there for me. I'm gonna do her a favor and give her the D.
I'm gonna call Bertha.
Like on deck fat name.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
That's like
that's
the
his
number
go-to.
one fat name. Well, what was the name of the girl you couldn't hook up with?
I couldn't hook up with why?
You couldn't hook up with a girl because her name was what?
Oh, it was well, no, there was an Agatha. No, it was this was in junior high, and that's why. And she was gorgeous. And was it Bertha?
Something
No.
like Bertha? Gertrude?
Winona?
No, it's just
Gertrude.
Hispanic name, but it wasn't a Hispanic name.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Was it like Socorro or something?
No. I'm brain farting on this because you're saying Bertha, but and I'm like, was it fucking Bertha? Agatha was a very attractive, ugly name. Yeah.
This is in junior high.
Junior high, she was gorgeous even back. She was already a D cup back then. And I knew her in high school as well.
13?
She no. Well, I was 12 to 13 too, so I'm just relaying how I felt at that age. But I knew her in high school as well. She only got hotter, and I'm thirsty. I'll think about it, and I'll give you that answer after I play this clip. Earlier this morning, we talked about the return of Old Tucson, and Victor himself got on the inside and got himself a gig. If you missed it, went a little something like this. Loving that track from Turnstile on Rock 102.1 KFMA. Mystery is the name of that song. They're going to be performing at the Van Buren in Arizona up here soon. So if you're a fan of that song and that band, get ready for them because they're coming. Hopefully they'll be coming to Tucson soon as well.
Yeah.
Speaking of Tucson, Old Tucson is back in effect. And it was just like last year, the news broke that they were done.
Yeah.
Right? They shut down and it was game over for Old Tucson, which broke a lot of people's hearts here locally because a lot of people love Old Tucson and grew up with it. And Victor Garcia is a friend of the show, works here at the station and is a stand-up comedian and just got hired at Old Tucson. Congratulations, Victor.
Yeah, thanks, guys. It was a feat, man, because I remember as a kid going down there and getting, spooked out by the characters and other people that are just participating there as actors. It was super dope, man.
Yeah, so this all seasonal just ready for Halloween. They're going to be doing that whole thing. Or give me a little backstory of when word got out that Old Tucson was coming back and that they were hiring, and like how you found out.
So like I do a little bit of acting on the side, and I just joined different groups, and they just inform us of auditions going down around town, either it be a commercial, a show, or a live action thing. So I saw that Old Tucson was auditioning for, was letting out auditions for people to come out and be characters for the site. Whenever Halloween comes around, we have just all kinds of people that want to be part of the show. And you have no idea how many people showed up for the auditions. It was just bonkers, man.
Really? Well, I mean, I know everyone needs money right now in the gig economy. What was the name of the Old Tucson Halloween?
Nightfall.
Yeah, Nightfall.
Yeah.
You ever been a part of Nightfall, Powers?
I don't do the acting stuff. I'm too scared. But yeah, I went there one time or two. It's a fun time. I love that stuff.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised you didn't like audition to be a gremlin or something.
Well, I mean, that might be it.
Totally
Okay.
fit as a gremlin. I see
Yeah.
you as a gremlin.
Victor, like explain to me the audition process for those people out there that may want to try to get a gig at Old Tucson. What did they make you do?
Well, I mean, it was just sending your information, headshot, whatever, and then they tell you, come out, you have a callback, and you have to read. You have to read a character. They send you some sides, and you have to choose between different speeches you're going to do or different monologues. So I just went with the bad guy and just did, the guy looking for the sheriff to take him down.
Nice.
And that one was pretty good. They liked me. And then they just a week later, they called me back. Hey, you got a call back. Got to do another one. And once I did that one, I read some more. A lot of people in the room at that time. And it was just a matter to see how loose you were with it, how you could improvise with it. And it was super fun.
Nice. But you have to be literate, so I'm out.
Yeah.
That sucks. So what was the buzz there? Did you getting insight as far as the future plans for Old Tucson? Like it's going to be around for a while, and were there new investors? I'm still trying to catch up.
Here, let me catch you up a little bit. So
Okay.
I got a buddy. His name's Austin. Austin Buchanan. He's in charge of a lot of stuff. So they were hiring other people too, marketing directors, other things like that. Old Tucson's back, and they're looking to make a big impact, I think, with not just Halloween, but all things going forward.
Who owns Old Tucson now?
I don't remember off the top of my head, but I believe it's the county does.
Okay.
I believe the county still owns it, but it got sold to the county. Now the county is going to do something with it, and it is open for business, not just shut down and or sold off.
Nice.
So they are just still going to run it again, and they might improve it as we get movies back here.
Okay, yeah. Well, if we can keep them.
If we can keep 'em.
We lost the HBO series Duster
Yeah.
after like 3 weeks because
Yeah.
Tucson effed that up. So fingers crossed. But congratulations, Victor, for being a part of Old Tucson. Looking forward to Nightfall. I'm sure we'll have more information. All right, and we're back here. So yes, it was Bertha.
It was Bertha.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He threw me
Right.
off because he said the name. All right, here we go. We're getting back on air. Rock 102.1 KFMA, wrapping things up here on the podcast broadcast with Victor Garcia and a weirdo on the stream. Tomorrow morning, we're going to have Herb Shafford in studio. We'll have Chef Ryan from Casino del Sol popping by as well, Rico, and a whole bunch more. It's going to be a good show. Speaking of shows, you can see Victor Garcia live doing stand-up at Tucson Improv Movement on July 29th. And when you go to Old Tucson for Nightfall, he'll be one of those actors out there. So, sorry, spoiler alert. Those are actors, not real demons.
One of
Yeah,
those monsters.
Yeah.
I know. It's disappointing. Two things I wanted to share with you real quick, or one thing I want to share with you real quick before I get into a beef tip on the stream. You check out this video right here. You see this? Now, hey, did you guys know there's a war going on in Ukraine?
Oh, is there a war?
Yeah,
in
it's a
Ukraine?
serious
Go
thing.
on.
You know, Ukraine has been doing very well, kicking ass, and sometimes getting lucky. Here's a situation where they got lucky. One soldier who had an iPhone 11 got shot, but it hit the iPhone 11. Look at this iPhone here. I'm going to show this. He's going to pull it out. Boom. Pull it right there.
Oh.
The iPhone saved his life. He got shot and it hit the iPhone and it literally stopped in its tracks. So the iPhone 11, another reason to upgrade, I guess. You know, it's my,
Yeah, man.
yeah,
That's
my
an
iPhone's running slow. You need one. It could be a lifesaver. It could be a difference between life and death.
Now
so
wait, does the iPhone get the credit for that, or was it in like an OtterBox or something?
No.
Sometimes you look at those cases.
Okay, first off, it's a soldier in Ukraine. I mean, it is surprising that he has an iPhone 11 to begin with, but you think they're going to double down and get an OtterBox? I don't know if they have those resources, bro. I don't know if we airdrop those
The
yet.
supply chain is cut, man.
Yeah. We airdrop iPhones, but not the OtterBox. You're on your own on that.
Yeah.
You're asking for too much here.
All right, let me give you your beef tip before we wrap things up. This is going out to all the single people out there. This is dating advice. According to stats from the dating app Bumble, they say people with 3 to 6 profile pics get 93% more matches. 2 makes it seem like you're not trying, and more than 6 is, get over yourself. Pretty much. Yeah, so 3 to 6 is that sweet spot. And here's a couple other quick tips to help your chances for you to meet somebody. Don't be lazy with your bio. Detailed bios get 32% more matches. Use your profile to create conversation starters. Include pics and details about yourself to spark conversations. And finally, use video chats to filter potential dates, because real dates are time consuming. So you want to kind of get a face-to-face before you meet face-to-face. See how much of a catfish they really are.
Wait, we got to Zoom each other now before we go out? Okay.
Yes.
That's one of the things I ask all the time, bro.
Yeah, be smart. You definitely FaceTime before you go meet with somebody, because then they can't use any of those stupid filters or trick you. Or, in the case of women, the number one fear is being kidnapped and murdered, right?
Good
Right.
point.
Yeah, according to every Netflix documentary I ever seen. So that's all the time we have for the show. Thank you guys so much for listening. Don't forget to subscribe to youtube.com/beefvegan. Riley's up next. Enjoy the rest of your day. Drive safe, ride safe, and as always, rock local. Later.
When you wish
Well, thank you, Weirdo. Talk to you soon.
soon will come and
Thanks,
end
guys.
you all your grief. But if you've been mean or kind of bad, I will knock out all your teeth.